I can talk basketball with you too.
Oh my God, we got to talk about that for sure.
Oh, you know why? Because I just got a notification for a trade.
Who?
Chris Paul to the Warriors.
No way.
I swear to you.
Shut up.
For a package that includes Jordan Poole.
No way, you're lying.
I swear, I just got it. Can you hear your voice?
Yes.
You sure?
Yep.
You want me to bring it down?
You can mute me totally if you want.
Welcome back to Room 104. This is your host, Shanti. Don't forget the Manti. I am here with someone very special. I am here with the one person who's got the game plan of Greg Popovich. Almost loves basketball just as much as I do. Actually, no, she does, because she actually coaches and I suck. Liana Ismaili.
Thank you for having me.
Of course.
You hype me up way too much.
You're the only person I know who's an actual successful coach, because you've won games too.
Yeah, but I'm still working on my craft. I'm not perfect. I'm not professional. There's definitely people better than me.
Yeah,
I have a lot of imposter syndrome.
We're gonna get into the nitty-gritty of who you are. Obviously, you were on the Armenian Dating Show. We went out twice. Yes. We're gonna get into just how you grew up and what your childhood was like. So you.
Oh no! Are we gonna pack some childhood trauma right now?
No, this is not therapy.
Oh, okay, good. All right, okay, good.
How many people did you grow up with?
Two parents, mom, dad, and then a little brother.
Cool.
Yep. That guy. You know my brother?
Yeah, Ryan.
Yeah, a lot of people know my brother.
I asked you, I'm like, what does your brother do? And you're like,
don't get me in trouble now. I'm gonna hear it at home. I'm gonna hear it at home.
I know.
This is gonna boost his ego so much talking about him right now. You have no idea.
All right, we'll just mute our mics then.
No, I love my brother.
Sorry, I don't know if you've met Paco and Cleo. They're in the corner.
Oh my God, I didn't even realize. How rude of me.
They're very rude today.
Are they a couple?
I think so. Hey!
They're fighting.
I'll take you to KFC, bitch.
Oh my God.
Sorry. They get very...
The girlies are fighting.
No, you know how annoying they are? They free throw seeds into the floor.
Okay, so you got some athletic birds. Why are you mad about that?
I'm mad because they don't eat it.
Okay.
They dig into their food.
That's a personal choice for them.
Well,
they're animals. They instinctually have to survive.
So they personally choose to be dicks and assholes? I got them $30 food.
A lot of people personally choose to do that.
All right, fair enough.
A lot of people personally choose to do that.
I'm not even going to argue with that. They actually dig into their food and they just start kicking it out. And apparently there's this biological thing where it's like they want to feed other animals that are in the tree.
So they want to feed each other.
They want to feed someone, but who are you feeding, you fuck? They hate YouTube. As soon as you play something like a YouTube video, they'll start squawking. How do they know the
difference?
It's too loud.
What if you play another video? Like they just hate videos?
No, they just hate videos.
YouTube? Okay.
They just hate videos, but they love music.
Okay.
Which is interesting.
They have personality. I don't know.
Would you classify yourself as a tomboy?
100%.
100%.
Yep.
Were your friends growing up a lot of guys, or was it mostly...
No, I didn't have that many guy friends. I just, when I was a kid, I didn't have that many guy friends. I had a lot of girlfriends who were actually very girly girls. Mm-hmm. And I don't know why I turned out this way. Right. I just fell into sports and that became my whole personality, and that here we are. But yeah, no, I would definitely classify myself as a tomboy. I think I'd be ignorant to say I wasn't or try to be something else, but no, 100%. No, I didn't have that many guy friends that weren't family friends growing up. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So when did you start falling into sports?
That's actually a crazy story. I didn't do sports till I was 7. Mm-hmm. And then I didn't really care to do sports. My best friend at the time, when I was 7 years old, wanted to do an after-school thing, and I didn't care. I said, you choose. And then her mom called up my mom one day and was like, okay, well, she's between soccer and cheerleading. And then my mom was like, which one do you want to do? And I said, I literally don't care. And then my mom was like, well, you got to pick one they're asking. And I said, flip a coin. I don't care. Heads, cheerleading, tails, soccer. It landed on tails, and that was a whole butterfly effect for the rest of my life. If that landed on heads, I'd be a completely different person today.
Wow.
Yeah. I make a lot of my life decisions by flipping coins.
What?
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Yeah. I can't. I make decisions quickly, so when I can't, I just leave it up to chance. Whatever. It's whatever's meant for me is meant for me.
That is such a refreshing like thought process.
Yeah.
I can't imagine flipping a coin. Like, should I take a shit or should I take a piss?
I almost flipped a coin to choose which college I went to.
Actually?
Yeah.
I'm at a zoo. I'm at a zoo. What college what were the choices?
It wasn't like Harvard or Stanford.
No, I know, but I'm still curious.
CSUN or Pomona, Cal Poly Pomona.
Okay.
And I wanted to go to Pomona, but CSUN logically made the most sense. And I was leaning towards Pomona. I just flipped a coin and landed on Pomona. I was like, you know what? All right.
Pomona
the coin has spoken.
The coin has spoken.
I'm not a very responsible individual with my
right?
life.
Is that right?
Yeah.
It's like your boss comes up and tells you, "Can you do this report by Friday?" I don't know. Let me pull up this coin. You're probably the only person I know who does that shit.
It hasn't failed me so far because if it has failed me, at least I've learned something from it.
That's a very good take.
And I get character development.
Development.
Yep.
It's your canon event.
Sure. I think I have a lot of other canon events that are.
Yeah. So you got into sports when you were 7.
Mm-hmm.
When did you get into basketball?
When I was 14. I didn't play till I was 14 years old. Up until then, I was all soccer. My life was soccer. I would wear soccer jerseys to school. It was kind of embarrassing.
Whose jerseys were you wearing?
Like, literally, like, the...
Jesus Christ.
It's okay. I love them.
Okay.
Just, like the Messi, the Ronaldo, the generic. But I would wear those to school. And then some things happened with, when I got to high school with soccer. So I tried out for basketball. That was the first time I've ever played basketball when I was 14. And I only made the team because I was athletic. Like, I was fast and I could jump. That's the only reason I made the team. My first day of high school practice, I had to learn what a screen was. I didn't know what a screen was.
Oh, I still don't know what that is. I'm kidding.
My coach literally needed to take me out of the drill to explain to me what a screen was and how to do it and what the use for it was.
So explain to an audience who don't know what screen is. Mm-hmm. What is a screen in basketball?
I mean, in the most basic terms off the top of my head, you're basically making yourself a wall.
Yeah.
And to get your teammate open, to hit the other team, but you can't move. Yeah. You got to stay still. And you're basically like making yourself a wall to get your teammate open. Yeah. There's probably a lot of other YouTube videos that had a better explanation.
If you've seen a basketball game, it's basically the guy who just puts his hands over his crotch and stands in place and then creates a wall for the guy who has the ball to move around.
To get open, yeah.
So
that's a screen. And I had to learn that my first day of basketball practice. And then I didn't play I didn't play much my entire first year. Mm-hmm. And then I started taking it seriously after that. And 10 years later, I'm still in it.
What was your position?
I was a shooting guard. I still am. I can't dribble the ball.
No, I can't. I can't.
I have no left hand. And I have a game coming up. So if any of my opponents are listening to this right now, I just gave it away.
When's your game?
Saturday.
Oh, it won't come out. No. It won't come out until Monday.
I got games after that too.
Okay, yeah, that's it. All right,
it's fine.
I'm a bleep it.
It's okay. It's okay.
I'm a bleep it. Don't worry.
It's fine.
So this is what game? Is it that Navasartan?
Yeah.
Okay.
I've been in that since I was 17.
Ooh. You're a well-seasoned vet.
In terms of like home net men, I'm very much a newbie. Everybody else has been in it since they were like 4 or 5.
Yeah.
I'm very much still a newbie. People will talk about like, oh, this team, and I still have no idea who or what they're talking about.
Yeah, I have no clue.
Yeah.
They keep changing people that come in and out. It's
but
weird.
I genuinely like love my team so much. They're awesome.
Well, you should.
Well, it's just we just have a good time. You know what I'm saying? Like, we want to win and we're serious about it, but just when every practice is genuinely so enjoyable and every game is genuinely so enjoyable. Yeah. I'm having a good time right now.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
So you're also an assistant coach. How's that dynamic, going from player to coach?
It's tough because, I mean, just going from coach to anything, I have 2 personalities. You got to be very professional. You got to be, an authority figure. Yeah. You have to, know what you're talking about, and you got to be on your game at all times. If I always say this as a coach, if you're not 3 steps ahead, you're behind. Right. You got to out-coach the other coach. You got to out-coach the strategy, the system. So it's just constant mental, like I coach one game and I go home and I have to take a 45-minute nap because I'm mentally drained.
Really?
Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot.
So you take it seriously.
Of course, I have to. I can't do anything not seriously. Even the things that I'm doing not seriously, I take it to a whole. Like if I'm playing a joke on somebody, I have to take it to like a ridiculous level, because I have to take it to a ridiculous level for me to feel satisfied with it.
I stabbed you.
No, not like that. I like harmless chaos. I like harmless chaos.
Yeah. What does that look like?
A lot of things.
That's such a criminal answer. What does that look like?
No, harmless. Like no one's getting hurt, but most someone will be is a little annoyed. That's it. I'm not trying to hurt anybody. Like, what was it? The smack cam when Vine was happening. What was that?
Oh my God.
That's literally assault. Just because you add whipped cream to it doesn't mean it's cute and funny.
Yeah,
literally you're hurting somebody.
That's legit. Like if I close my fist and like put it in like a massive cotton candy like swab and, and give you a big
and while
punch.
People are sleeping too.
That was okay.
Do you know
that was
how
funny.
irate? Do you know how irate I am when someone just nudges me awake? I'm so irate when someone just like wake up. If someone smacked me awake, I would never talk to that person again.
For the first 10 minutes of the morning, do not talk to me. If you look in my direction, I'm drop kicking you. Like, do not look at me.
Well, my friends, when I go on vacation with them, they know they like pretty much can't communicate with me for the first hour that I'm awake. I'm not a morning person. An hour? Yeah. I'm not a morning person at all. I go to sleep at like such ridiculous times at the
An hour?
They wake up, I wake up. They know not to wake me up anymore. So I wake up and I make my way to the living room and they say, "Good morning, Liana," and I go,
You fucking mommy.
No. And I go, whatever. And then I make my way to the couch and I sit there on my phone. And then once I start talking, then they know the coast is clear. We can talk to her now. But if they try to communicate with me, they're not going to get much.
You're legit like the mummy.
Yeah. I'm not a morning person. I'm a night person. I'll
what do
stay
you
up.
Sleep in a sarcophagus,
No,
bro?
I sleep on my bed with like 9 pillows. I've been asking my friends a lot. How many pillows do you have on your bed?
I got 4.
I have 9.
Excuse me?
For no reason.
9?
I use maybe 3.
Okay, I have questions now. Okay. What's the size of these pillows?
They're all different shapes and sizes. I don't discriminate.
I hate you. I hate that.
I only use like 3 though.
If you say they're all like this big,
they're not
like this big.
They're different sizes.
Okay, do you have I have a
main pillow.
Okay. Yeah, the main one.
I get a lot of calf cramps a lot.
Oh,
so I
you
have
put that
one
underneath?
So when I get my calf cramps, I'll use like my calf pillow.
You have a calf
I mean,
pillow.
that's what I call it. It's not like specialized from Amazon.
Okay.
And then I have like a side pillow because I like going on my side.
Wait, hold on.
Like a side pillow.
Like hugging it on the side?
Not hugging it. Like, okay, I have a TV in my room.
Okay.
So it's right in front of my bed. So if I just lay back like that, I can't see it. So I have to go on my side to like watch it. So I have a side pillow. And then the other ones are just there.
I have 2 big ones that are half the size of this table.
Okay.
And then I have 2 of my regular pillows.
You said you have 3.
I said 4.
Oh, yes, you did.
Yeah,
yes,
if I had 3, I'd be a
I
serial
use 3.
killer.
I use 3. But I have 9. Anyways, that's another issue. Continue. I've cut you off.
Okay.
You have 4.
I have 4
pillows.
big ones. I have 4.
And you use all of them every night.
I use the 2 main ones to sleep.
Okay.
The other 2 big ones, I either put it as, like you said, side pillow, because my TV is facing the right corner.
Okay.
And my bed's this way.
Uh-huh.
So with the feng shui of my room, I have to be able to do this shit. Mm-hmm. So I have to have the big pillow against the wall. Mm-hmm. So I'm watching the TV this way.
You know what I'm thinking about right now? We're talking about pillows. And you know how you're just like people my age are getting married and buying houses? This is us.
I don't know who's getting married and buying houses.
I know a lot of
Kuwaiti people probably.
No, I know a lot of people. Yeah.
I've had friends who are younger who are married and they're expecting.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you. I'm like,
look,
yo.
I'm just personally, I mean, to each their own. I wish I was in the mental state to be married and have a kid. But if I was married right now, I don't know about that.
Why?
It's so... And then you look back to like 10 years ago. Personally, me, I look back to 10 years ago in high school and I was like, I'm going to be engaged by 22. Yeah, right. Yeah, right. Are you kidding me? No, absolutely not.
I'm sorry. Like,
no.
In order to get married, you need to have a lot of shit in order.
I mean, first of all, you have to be financially stable. I am not.
I am not either.
I am not. You got to be.
I am not either. Look at us. Yeah. Bro. We have a podcast in noon.
Well, okay, we don't have to tell them what time it is.
Okay,
we just came from our 9 to 5s. As far as you know.
We're hardworking individuals.
Yes.
Blue collar workers.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
My fingers had calluses from setting up the microphones.
I am just so tired of breaking the glass ceiling all day.
We need to talk about the elephant in the room.
Okay.
We have to.
Is it an elephant? I feel like it's a
not an
Tyrannosaurus Rex in the room. For those of you that don't know, this is my second time in this house.
This is her second time in this house. And if you didn't know how she got into this house,
I broke in.
I encourage you to go ahead and click on the YouTube link to Miasin's Armenian Dating Show. Mm-hmm. I need to know exactly what your process was as far as you getting onto the show, and like what were your thoughts on it before you got casted?
Yeah. So, do you remember like a year ago there was that event in Irvine where we had a panel? The Armenian Dating Show. That was
me.
Yeah.
I organized that.
Yeah. So we did that. I was supposed to go to that, and I ended up not being able to go.
Yes, I remember
And
that.
so that night, the clips of the panel were posted, and I was watching
Those were
it.
such shit clips on my part.
No, I watched it. It was good.
Okay.
It was good. I watched all of it.
Okay,
and
cool.
there was
Thank
somebody
you.
asked the question of like, how did you get on the show? And everybody answered. And every single person, I will never forget this, was like, yeah, I was approached. I got a DM. I was approached. I was asked. And I'm sitting there, I remember, in my mom's bathroom, like washing my face, doing my skincare routine. Okay. And I literally stopped and I was like, was I the only person that applied for this thing? I actually applied for it. I wasn't approached.
Wow.
I wasn't asked to do it. I wasn't sent a DM.
No way.
Swear to God. And I don't know if I'm the only person, but it seems like it. So back then, my friend sent me it knowing that I'm a huge Bachelor, dating reality show.
Yeah.
And she sent me the casting and was like, this has your name written all over it.
Okay.
And I was like, what is this? And I read it and I was like, bro, there's no way. And she's like, just apply, whatever. And I was like, okay, I applied. I did my application. In 5 minutes, I forgot about it. I was like, I don't know if this is a scam. I don't know what this is. I don't know if this is real. I don't know. I just applied, my name, what I like to do, send it. Okay. Forgot about it. A month later, a couple weeks later, I get an email saying like, hey, send us another applications type thing. We liked your first one. Okay, I sent it, forgot about it. And then each time I'm sending an application, I'm like, they're not going to pick me.
How many times did you send an application?
I sent 2. I sent 1, and then they wanted something else from me. Like
okay. That's different.
Thing.
That's different.
And then I had, I think, 2 or 3 interviews with them before they officially told me. Each time after the interview, I was like, they're not going to pick me.
Yeah,
they're not going to pick me. They're not going to pick me.
Yeah.
And I wasn't telling anybody that I was doing this. I only told my, 3 close friends. I didn't even tell my family. Until I didn't tell my family. And
Ryan didn't know.
My mom didn't know. Forget Ryan, my dad didn't know that I'm interviewing with these random people that I don't know for a show that could or could not be real. Thank God it was real. Yeah. And I didn't tell them. And then after the last one, they're like, we really like you. We want you on the show as a contestant. And I just said yes. Like, I was like, yeah, I'll do it. They're like, do you want to do it? I was like, yeah, I'll do it.
Yeah.
I hung up with them and I was like, I have to go tell my family now that I agreed to be on a reality show. So I opened the door. I go to my mom, and my dad wasn't home, and it was my mom and my brother, and I had to sit them down, and I was like, you're not going to believe this. But I just got casted on an Armenian dating show.
Okay. What was their first reaction?
They will heavily deny this, but...
Okay, what did they do?
They cursed me out in Armenian.
I wouldn't think they would do that to you, though.
They did do that to me.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
They did. And then I was like trying to explain, and they're like, this is clearly not real. Like, they're going to take advantage of you. And they kept saying, you're going to ruin our family name. Oh. You're going to ruin our family. I was like, what name? Like, nobody, we're not, And I was like, what do you think I'm going to do on this show that's going to ruin our family name?
Yeah.
How do you perceive me in this world? You think I'm going to go on there and completely ruin our family name? And they're like, you're not doing it. My brother was very adamant. You're not doing it. You're not doing it. That's so embarrassing. You're not doing it. And I looked at them and I said, I'm doing it.
Yeah.
because I have to be difficult.
Yeah.
And so
I mean, good for you for doing it.
I went through with it, and it came out and ended up being great. And Anthony and everybody involved like made actually like such an amazing product, and it came out so amazing that literally when it came out and everybody was loving it, my mom like immediately went on Facebook and like posted a picture of me. I'm so proud of my daughter. I was like, okay, at least keep that same energy from 6 months ago. Where is this? What is this coming from? But yeah, that was basically my how I got on.
With me, it was I'm pretty sure. I think you do. You already know how I got on?
You were approached.
I was approached.
Yeah,
I was approached because of my sketch comedy videos on Twitter, and then when I would make them, I know exactly what account you're talking about, that casting account, and it looked like
it looks sketch. It was very so bad. It was very suspect.
It was just like an empty. Yes, I know. It was. It was just an empty gradient, like weird colored background.
Yeah.
Kim Kardashian cropped into it, and then it just said from to the Armenian Dating Show, and then they tagged Kim Kardashian.
Yep.
In my mind, I'm going, there's no way this is fucking real. When you said 2 to 3 interviews, that was exactly what it was. I think I got approached in January. Then I did the interview. I got accepted. This is so bad.
Tell me. Oh my God, T.
So
behind the scenes.
I was in Palm Springs.
Okay.
With me
Slay.
and my close friends. So my 2 homies, Barkev and Seto, were the ones who were like, we want to invite you to this Palm Springs trip. And we're like, all right, fine, let's go. Who's coming? Sends me the name, sends me the list, and I know who's going to be there. I've met them before. I was like, all right, I'm down. Let's go. Like, there was this... So there's this one girl on Instagram that I found. I'm like, holy shit, she's hot as
fuck. My God.
So I'm like, all right, cool. I need to DM this chick.
Okay.
They knew this chick.
Okay.
All right. So I'm like, let me get their blessing. This is the first time, like.
Their blessing?
Yeah.
The Godfather?
No, I asked her
if
I could, because they're best friends. And I don't want to, like, potentially jump into something.
Yeah, you want to cover your bases.
No, I just
you want to cover your bases.
Okay,
you want to make sure everyone's good before you shoot your shot.
Yeah. So it was just like a courtesy thing. If she said no, I wouldn't have done it.
Okay.
So I asked, and she's like, well, okay, fine, but just know that she just got out of a relationship. I'm like, I'm cool with it. Yeah, it's fine. We'll figure it out. I DM'd. I was so gone. Like, I was drunk off my mind.
Time.
I just put my phone in my room, woke up hungover, like completely sick.
As one does.
Yes. Completely sick. And my friend carried me to my room. And I'm like this, and there's toilet paper all over the floor, just in case if I yacked onto my carpet.
God. That seems not efficient.
It was a nightmare for me. So I'm like this, and he had a trash can next to me, and I'm like this. And it was like I woke up. It felt like I had been asleep for at least 18 hours. So I look at my phone. It's her. Yeah, I'm down to go out. I'm like, ah! The first thing I did was like scream. I'm like, Barkev. She said yes. I caught up all like mopey dopey the next day. You got accepted to the Armenian Dating Show.
And why is that a problem?
I just did. I was like, bro.
So you put your dating life on hold.
I put it on hold. Now yes.
Okay.
Now the reason why I
did too.
So I'm not the only one on
this
island.
No. I did too.
I don't like, for example, let's say if it goes well. Now what?
Now you got some explaining to do.
Now what?
Yeah.
It's like, bro, I went out with you the day before. Like, no, it didn't make any sense. So I was like, you know what? Let me just go out.
Did you tell her why
you
couldn't? Because I remember we couldn't tell anybody.
No, I didn't tell her anything. I didn't tell anybody.
I didn't tell. I only told my family.
My friends knew at that trip that I got accepted for the show.
Oh, okay.
My friends knew.
Yeah.
She didn't know because I was like, why?
But you didn't tell her.
I didn't tell her.
Okay.
I will never. I was like, bro, I was this close to be like, holy fuck, I made the biggest mistake in my life. Why am I going on this show? Because she was like,
you know what you should have done?
What?
Flipped a coin. I don't know about you. I don't regret doing it at all.
I don't regret it at all.
With whatever like pros and cons it came with, I would do it again.
What was your expectation of it?
Like, I didn't know what to expect. Yeah. I just because the show like it was just I just was so in my own head about everything that I kind of didn't even realize what was going on.
Yeah.
Like our first, when we were at Carousel.
Yeah.
Every time I passed that place.
When I got burned from that place, they're like, "Oh, Sean goes to takes all his dates to Carousel."
It wasn't his fault. He didn't get to choose. He didn't get to choose. Every time I pass by that place, war flashbacks.
Me too. Me too. I feel the same exact way.
No, so when we were on our first date, I literally went home, and not even home. I sat in my car when it was over, and I was like, I have no idea what I just said for 2 hours. Like, I was so in my head. Everyone's like, did it feel weird with cameras there? I was like, I didn't even realize there were cameras there. Like, I was so in my head. I had no idea what was happening. Yeah. Lights, cameras, this guy, and then these waiters, and they keep bringing out food, and I'm so nervous. I'm not eating anything.
Yeah. And my stupid ass kept telling you to
this guy's like,
eat.
Please eat. I was like, homie, I'm about to yak. Like, I am not hungry right now. And
Bro,
I'm
such an idiot for that.
So I didn't have any expectations. I didn't have any expectations. I didn't know anything. I didn't know what I was doing while I was in it. It wasn't until I was all over with my stuff that I actually had time to sit down, and I was like, okay, I don't know how this is gonna turn out, but it is what it is. We can't stop it now. Might as well embrace it.
Can you still go back and watch the show? Because I can't.
You're in it a lot more than I am.
Well, I mean, there are moments where I can go back and watch it. Like that second date that we went on, hands down my favorite episode.
Oh, it's so funny.
We had so much fun. I had fun doing it. Did
It
you
was,
have fun
of
doing
course.
It?
Of course. I didn't expect to do that much cardio at 10 in the morning.
I didn't either. It wasn't my...
And it was May, but it was frigid cold. And freezing for no reason.
What was insane?
Frigid.
They didn't tell me,
They didn't tell me anything.
They didn't tell me
And they made it seem like you planned all of it.
Yeah, so...
They didn't tell me anything.
Yeah, I know. You guys are cackling over there, you assholes, but...
I am probably in the same boat as you, as I can't watch... I think I could, but I don't think I want to watch our first date.
Yeah.
Second date's awesome. And then, like, all my interviews and stuff are okay.
Yeah, you were fine.
Yeah.
You were fine.
That was the only thing that I was worried about, is how I would come off. Because I was like, my friends are going to watch this. Everybody who ever Googles my name is going to watch this. My employer is going to watch this. Like, everyone's going to watch this. Yeah. So I was just like, okay, like, I'm not that I had, I thought I was going to be fine, but I was like very in my head of like, what are you saying? How are you coming off? This and that. That's the only thing that I was worried about, but I don't regret it at all.
Yeah.
If I could go back, I would probably make the same decisions all over again.
I would too. I mean, major kudos to you for even saying. I think there's power in saying that you were the only one that applied. There's power in that. Post show.
Okay.
Where are you now?
In terms of life?
Where did that show take you in your personal life? Because I remember we went to Anthony's birthday.
We did.
And we spoke
talked
about it a little bit.
Did we? I don't remember.
Yeah.
I remember us talking, obviously.
It was you and your friend. I forgot her name.
Sareen.
Sareen.
Yeah. Okay. What did we specifically talk about? What are you referring to?
Because you asked me, you're like, oh, so do you... And I remember you saying it exactly this way.
No, stop. Yeah. No, I didn't. I don't know what he's going to say, but no, I didn't.
No. It's not bad. I promise. It's not bad.
It's alleged.
It's not bad. I promise. But you looked at me and you're like...
No, I didn't. So stop. You're building it up. Okay, what?
Okay, because you look how tense you
I don't know what you're going to say. No, I say a lot of dumb things.
No, you asked me a question. You're like, so do you get a lot of DMs now?
Okay, well, that's valid.
Yeah.
That's valid.
Yeah. But I was like, no. And then you're like, I'm like, do you? And you're like, all the time.
I got a couple. Yeah. I got a couple. They're not all, necessary. They're just asking about the show. They're like, was this real? Was this scripted? Was it? No, none of it was scripted.
But you told me you were having fun. Like, you were going on dates a lot and you were going out a lot because of the show. That's why I wanted to ask you, like, where you're at now, post-show.
The show was cool. The show was cool because... At that point in my life, I was very much of like, I want to actively date. I want to go out. I want to meet new people. I want to date. Mm-hmm. So that was part of that journey. And that's where I was at. I'm kind of in the same spot still. Mm-hmm. I get randomly recognized all the time. Where's the most like random place you've been recognized?
Me?
Yeah. Because I have a couple of like weird ones.
Okay, you start with yours because I'm still thinking off the top of my head.
Okay, midnight or like 1 a.m. at a gas station.
Are you serious?
I got 1 a.m. at a gas station. I got like Sephora. Like the girl checking me out at Sephora.
That's not
that bad.
Gas station's a little bit creepy.
I got, you know what I got? I got, like after going out with my friends at like in New York City at Joe's Pizza.
New York City,
in Joe's Pizza, I got recognized.
Wow.
Yeah, and that was crazy.
How was the interaction?
It was good. It was the same. It was like, oh my God, you're from the show, and you know, this and that. How was that? That's so cool. What are you doing in New York? Like, you know, yeah, those are like the couple off the top of my head. Yeah. Oh, a couple literally like 3 weeks ago. I was out with my friends and this guy right next to me turned to me and goes, "You're the basketball girl from the Armenian Dating Show." Like, hi. Okay, yeah, I was. He literally said it like, "You're the basketball girl." I'm like, stop pointing at me like that. Jeez. Oh my God.
The fuck?
Yeah. So like even like 2 weeks ago, I thought it'd be over by now.
Yeah. No, still people still, if they have the chance, they'll come grab you.
What about you?
Weirdest? Okay, so I applied for a job and I was gonna go in for a live scan.
No!
I swear to you, I went in for a live scan, and I'm outside next to a car wash. Context: my car drove under, like we were going to movie theaters, and this was when I still had the Alpha. Apparently, there was a sewage like leak, like a pipe burst, and I didn't know it was shit water. So I drove underneath it. So my entire car smelled like shit.
Ew.
So I went to the car wash next door to the live scan place.
Okay.
So I was already irritated because I saw the car wash. I'm like, man, fuck. Like, I remembered, like, I was already in, like...
You're in a bad mood.
Bad mood.
Yeah.
I walk in. This old, like, bossy guy is sitting behind the counter and goes, "Okay, you can come in. Come in, it's your turn." I'm like, okay. He's like, "Did you sign in?" I said, "Yes, I signed it." Okay. And then a woman, his wife, comes in and goes, "Kana break through. Go take your break." I'm like, "Oh, Sran Kain."
Yeah.
So the guy goes downstairs, throws out the trash. The girl's she's like looking at me like this, and I'm the only person in the room. I'm like,
hello?
In my mind, immediately, I'm like, she knows who I am. She knows who I am. She's like, "Hey, welcome back." I'm like, "This is my first time." "You look familiar." I'm like, "Uh-huh." And
here it goes.
My stupid ass.
What'd you do?
I said, this is so gross. I said this.
Did you watch the show?
No, I went like this. "You probably saw me on your TV."
Oh my God. How pretentious.
I wanted to eat knives. Like, I was,
Eat knives is crazy. It's a crazy thing to say. That's insane.
I was like, you know when you say something and it's like a
foot in your mouth
reaction, and I'm like,
you cringe yourself out.
That was my muscle.
Ugh.
That was my muscle.
Yeah.
I tried to make it like friendly.
You trying to walk it back?
Yeah, I tried to make it like a joke, like to make it seem, "Oh yes, television," like as a joke, because that's probably what it's Armenian old humor. But I was like, you look like a bitch right now. Like, why'd you say that? You egotistical fuck. You're at a live scan office. You're getting
You
your
probably see me on your TV before.
And I'm never like that. That was just that one instance that I said it. And this girl goes, "Hi, Ima, my sons and my daughters watch you." I'm like, "Oh, okay."
Well, you know, in your defense, when people are like, "Oh, you were on the show. You're from the Armenian Dating Show."
I
don't know what
say
to say.
who I am.
But I don't know what to say after that. Like, you say yes, and you sound like
just say
yeah.
That's fine.
Yeah, I am. And then they go, "Oh my God, like I watched you." Like they go, "Oh my God, I watched you, and you know you were good." And I don't know what to say to that either. I'm just like I would love to talk to these people. I love meeting new people.
It's just hard to navigate.
It's like I just don't know what to say that's not gonna come off weird.
Well, I usually go like, "Well, oh, thank you. Did you enjoy the show?" That's what I always say.
Okay.
And if they go like, "Oh, I loved it," then that's cool. If the conversation flows, then I go, "Oh yeah," then okay. What was your favorite? All that bullshit.
What about you? What's your life post show? Like even now?
Well,
up until now.
Zero dating life whatsoever.
Why is that? Should we unpack it?
We can. I mean,
we don't have to.
I mean, I'm honest. I'm an open individual. So, going into it, I didn't have expectations of finding anybody. I mean, this was not.
It's so improbable.
Very.
It's so improbable.
But I always kept it in my mind. I'm like, oh, I always saw a positive out of it because I was people were recognizing me already prior to the show.
Because of your videos.
Because of the videos. Like people in Sweden, all of Europe, Eastern Europe, everybody was watching it. And I was like, all right, cool. Like I've got something. I have lightning in a bottle right now. If I go into a show, then I can at least gravitate those people towards whatever it is that I'm doing next. So when I told my dad this, and he was been like, Sean, you're gonna get a bunch of he's already a fan favorite by everyone.
Oh yeah.
And
he was a breakout star.
Big time. Mm-hmm. And I was so happy for him because that's something that he got to experience and he still enjoys to this day. But I look back and I go, and I told him, once the first episode came out, everyone else was enjoying it more than I was. Mm-hmm. Everybody was.
Well, you were one of the main players.
I mean, don't call me a player.
Not in that context.
Yeah, but everyone else was enjoying it more than I was because I was still trying to keep my head below. Like, I didn't want to get too egg-headed over this whole thing. Mm-hmm. So I always gave appreciation where it was due, especially when it was people who were working behind the scenes.
Oh, yeah.
When it was my dad, I looked at my dad. My dad's like, you're going to get a bunch of DMs. You're going to get a lot of... I said, Dad, there's only going to be two things. Either one, I'm going to hit it off with... Everyone's going to be DMing me nonstop. Mm-hmm. I'm going to be going on dates every single weekend. Mm-hmm. Or no one's going to be DMing me at all. Mm-hmm. The second one happened. I'm being honest with you. I was very open on that show. More than
you're very vulnerable.
If I can reach to someone who's behind the couch or sitting on a couch, for them to relate to something, I'm going to do it. Mm-hmm. A lot of Armenians will come up with like a fake persona because the camera's pointed at them. Mm-hmm. I wanted to get away from that. I wanted to show them who I was. And then that's what I knew that I was going to get people that weren't going to gravitate towards me to begin with. Something happened. I tried. Mm-hmm. It didn't work out. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, I'm done. Because now I've created this. Yeah. I have a podcast.
Yeah.
I got to a certain point where I'm like, okay, I need to have someone that needs to respect this, my training, my work, everything. And it seemed to me that everyone else at that point was a distraction.
Okay.
So the girl that I was trying so hard for didn't feel the same way about me. I said, okay, she's the last person that I'm going to let be a distraction to me and my work. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's why I've been like, I didn't even have a love life to begin with. But like I kind of
put it on the back burner.
I disintegrated it. I burned it.
Okay. So do you see that for yourself, like for a long term, or do you see that changing at any point?
I see.
Not me playing therapist right now.
No. I would love to see it change. Mm-hmm. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. Maybe 3 years ago, if you asked me, I would have said, no, I don't care if it changes. Mm-hmm. Because it's something I can't control.
Yeah.
I can't do anything to make that. People are like, okay, well, I hate this quote. You'll find someone. You just have to.
Oh, you know what I hate? You'll find it when you least expect it.
Oh, go fuck yourself.
I hate that so much. It makes my blood boil. It makes my blood boil.
Sit on a burning, like, combustion engine.
I mean, sure, sometimes, like, it does happen for when you're least expecting it. But when you get to a certain point in your life and you're actively dating... what is? I can go on and on.
What is least expecting? Like that's the thing.
You meet your person on the street in the grocery store.
Eat my ass. No one's going into Smart and Final, going to get toilet paper.
But they are. Or like they meet their high school sweetheart in biology and they were taking a quiz together one day. It's
so
like, okay,
fine.
duh. Like
that makes sense.
But it's like when you're single and you're hanging out with your friends and you're going to all these new places and parties and yeah, you're going to meet people. I'm expecting it there. I don't know. You know where I didn't expect it? The Armenian Dating Show.
Yeah.
And it didn't happen.
And it didn't happen.